Hello everyone, Timothy Blythe. You may or may not have seen me. So I've had kind of like a life-changing thing happen. God has revealed himself to me and it is changing my life, and I'll talk as much or as little about that as you guys want. I won't get into too much detail, but God is real and it's big. Anyways. So we're going to do a few different things. We're changing kind of the format of this channel just a little bit. So what's going to happen is I'm probably going to do a little bit of ministry, and if that's not your thing, just fast forward. And if that is your thing, awesome. Either way, it's fine. Won't think any less of you. So if you want to hear about God every now and again, that's probably going to be in there, and however that goes. Anyways, so to the car and kind of our goals. We did really well at sick week, 760 average. It's really funny because that was something that I wanted for a long time. It kind of just happened, and it was like, that's awesome, but that's not good enough. So we are pursuing 699. However, I am flat broke. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I have $1,600 in my account. Caitlin has way less than that. For me and anybody that runs a business, that is very scary. I can move $1,000 just for a couple of bills, and I'm out of money. Completely can't do nothing. So just being transparent with you. Take it, how you want. But we also have some big plans, and we've got some lines out there to figure some stuff out. We've talked to some people. I've got a few people that have given me some advice, sort of like mentors and stuff like that. Won't get into too much detail over that, but we do want to do the 699 goal. I'm also looking into, at some point, like I said, financial dependent. Buildings are expensive. This garage is, the Triumph is like 92-inch wheelbase, so plus, I don't know, 2 feet, whatever that is. I can't do quick math. I failed geography in high school, so you know how that goes. Anyway, so this garage is really small, and it would be hard to do anything other than the little maintenance that I'm able to do on the car in here. And to be quite honest with you, it's manageable, but it's not fun most of the time because there's not much room to move around. I've got maybe a few feet on either side of the car, front, back, left, right. You get the picture. So in order to do what I want to do, we need to figure out how to get into a shop. I do have a job. I am employed, whether you believe it or not. I do actually have a job. And I build bracketries and do some welding and stuff. So I have experience. I've also built 2 chassis. This one and the one in the 240, which is a Pro Mod style, non-stretched wheelbase Pro Mod style chassis, and McCamus prevent chassis that I had a few bars custom made. I'm rambling, but anyways. So I feel I am called to do a lot of things, but business-wise, to try and probably get into chassis building in some capacity. Now, how long that takes and how that goes logistically and such is going to be something to figure out. I know nothing about business. I've seen a few examples of how not to run a business, and that's part of the reason why I was so scared. I understand you could be making $100,000 revenue, 1 year, and then all of a sudden you're making nothing if you make the wrong decisions. Anyways, the Lord's given me enough courage and strength, and hopefully I can get the right information I need to figure out how to get a building or what I need to do, whether it be just small jobs that I can handle, maybe through a buddy's shop, or, I've got a few small options. But, so we'll be looking to do that, and I want to do more things with that. I love engines. I love building engines, working on engines. If I had money to build this car, this thing would be immaculate. Maybe not this one, but like the 240 or whatever. Like Ed Enzer's car, you ever looked at that thing? That thing is, like, you could eat off of it. I'm not even joking. That thing is immaculate. And I have a desire to have a car or build a car like that, but we're kind of limited. Like, the roof is that way because that's honestly, I didn't have any material. I didn't have time to order aluminum to make something. That it is what it is because it was necessary. And that's kind of this whole car was never, it was not my intention to drag and drive this car. Like, it is honestly probably the worst car to use, and that is no lie. There may be a few others that are smaller that are probably worse. As far as Caitlin and mine, how would you say that? Caitlin and I's? No, what's proper grammar?
What are you saying?
Me and you, but using your names. Or me as the presenter of this, and you are the other party.
Caitlin and my.
Anyways, I don't even know where I was going. It is wildly uncomfortable. I would venture to say it is probably a lot less comfortable than Tom Bailey's car, or Schroeder's car, or any of those that are like really nice cars. Anyways, I don't know where I was going. Where was I going with this?
I have no idea. You like engines. You like building engines.
So this is not the car that I would ever picked, and this whole build is out of necessity, and I'm so glad that people love it, because to be quite honest with you, I bought it, I thought it was a cool little project, but I was not about it. I wanted the 240, and that was my race car. That's what I wanted to do drag and drive with after we did 2022. But everybody, well, not everybody, 1320 did the cover, and they did the videos, everybody thought I was crazy, which maybe I am, whatever. But people started taking a liking to it, and so I guess I've never really talked about it, and this is going longer than I thought. Kaylin, you're 100% right. So Brightside, Rich Harvig, if that's right. Hervig. I always mess it up. Rich Hervig, one of the nicest guys on the planet. I love that dude. He loves us, and he sponsored us. The reason this has a 25 1K chassis in it is because he funded the material to build that chassis. Thank you. But the day before we left for sick week, he sent me a text and
He called.
He called. Okay, yeah, he called. Kayla answered because we were in the parts store getting spark plugs from what's his name. Thank you. I did return those, but thanks for the discount. Anyways. He called us, and he was concerned with my safety because he felt the car was unsafe. Now, Rich is not new to cars per se. He does road racing stuff, but he's not familiar with drag racing, and he's not familiar with drag racing at this level. And that's fine, and I'm not sure what happened or whatever, but he was concerned that I was going to wreck the car, get hurt, and his logo was going to be on the side. I respect that. It put me in a really weird funk whenever we left, and it was kind of like, should we even do this? We got there, the first day 0 was raining, we didn't get any testing, and I'm like, oh great, I had issues with suits. We had like $3,500 in race suits that we couldn't even use, and I was waiting on a pair of pants to be delivered. Maybe they fit, they did fit, they were tight as all get out, but anyways. So, and then, I had this epiphany that, this may be the last year because we're financially strapped. Kayla needs a new car, the house needs work, all the stuff is falling apart. Whatever. I guess embrace the suck. God, let's do this, whatever you need me to do. I don't care if I don't race anymore. Whatever. I was just like, it is what it is. And then he was kind of like, let's do this. I didn't help you with this car and save your butt like 5 times from wrecking with oil in your tire, 195, 180, 2 times that happened. I didn't save you from whenever the fender caught the tire and ripped you almost broadside. It was like 160th Street and right back out. Yeah, we didn't do that for nothing, right? You're supposed to do this. Don't feel guilty because you have skills. Don't feel guilty because you enjoy it too. Like, ministry is not meant to suck. It's not, and whenever you finally embrace God, you change, you do, 100%, but you become what you need to be, what you were supposed to be, and you feel, man, you just feel so energized and more yourself. We could go on and on, but, I think you guys get the point. But anyways, yeah, so he was afraid that the car was going to be crashed, and that's fine. And he's revoked his future sponsorship on this car. So we are out that big sponsor. The car was Brightside because that was the name of his company. Now, kind of one of the slogans I'm gonna run with is "Stay on the bright side." It's kind of a homage to Rich and the very first sponsor we had. I can't say enough about the guy. He pretty much said, "I don't care about my return on investment. I want to help you. You guys are gonna make it. I just want to help you guys out." Out of the blue, I didn't ask. I wasn't even aware of it. Caitlin knew him through another company. They did IT for Ear, Nose, and Throat Institute. She requested funding for a 5K run, cancer thing?
Half marathon.
Half marathon. That's how they came in contact. And he, presented the offer to her, and I was like, "Sounds great." Because he had a Spitfire, I believe, in high school, so there was some connections there. So the slogan's gonna be like "Stay on the bright side," and I'll be upfront with you guys. I'm human. I'm gonna do my best to listen to what God's given me. But I mean, look at David. The man was an awesome man. He was king. He was with God. He talked to God, and he messed up big time a couple times. So if I mess up, I'm sorry. I'm human. I'm not gonna try to mess up, and don't berate me over being a human. And I won't berate anyone that something happens to them. It happens. Yeah. So, what else we got? We still have a sponsor though. Brian, Shoal Creek. If you're local to Dawsonville, Georgia, you can use this. If you're not, maybe overnight some hardware from them. I don't know. This is Brian at Shoal Creek. He gave us some money to help with the engine. Ethan, Atlanta Welding. I called him because I was like, "I'm out of money. Can you please do me a favor and I'll pay you back?" He said, "What do you need?" I said, "I need this jacket." And he said, "You know what? I'll get it for you. Don't even worry about paying it back." Dude, thanks. Number 2, who else we got? John.
Tessier.
John has built my transmission almost from day one. I assembled the original transmission using a Jake Stage whatever 1000 horsepower kit, 300 M input and output, and it had a clutch pack, and I had a TCI valve body. So John, I paid for the first rebuild, and he's gonna hate me for saying this. Don't hate me, John. But after I paid him $800 for the first rebuild, he's taken care of me every single time, and I fully expected to pay him every time. He will not let me. I even built something for him, and he overpaid me by quite a bit. John is awesome, and he's taken care of us, and great guy. He does not like being recognized, but that's John Tessier.
Tessier Performance Transmission.
Performance Transmission. He does, like Stitcher, the next guy. He helped me out a lot. No, Lance is a little bit stingier than John.
Lance charges us.
But he gave us a great rate. He really did. And he took care of me, and he answered some questions, and he puts up with my... You know what I'm talking about, like this. You wake up in the middle of the night, my oil pressure's down by 5 PSI. What's that? The moon, like the sky's falling, and he's like, "Dude, chill out, man." Anyways, thank you.
Dan the Converter Man.
Oh, okay, it's Lance Mill Creek. What is it?
Mill Creek Calibration.
Mill Creek Calibrations is his dyno shop, and he also does stuff at his other shop. I don't know what that one's named, but anyways, I'm not sure if he's actively looking for work there or not, or if he's covered. Next, who do we have? Dan Palmieri. Dan has been... He's been great too. And I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying this, and I really hope not. Dan has never charged me for a refresh or a restall, ever. It's $500 per restall. I hope you don't get in trouble. But Dan at Circle D is taking care of us. He did the first converter in here, the Circle D setup. That was a triple disc that I had problems with and had to get refreshed, restalled. Converted to a single clutch lockup, converted to a mechanical diode because I killed the sprag. And then he also got us the new 252 Circle D converter. It's a bolt together deal, single disc lockup.
We paid for that.
Mechanical top. Yeah,
You don't get like all the free
no,
stuff.
but he did help us out on that. He did give us like a dealer discount or something like that, which I hope that's cool. I mean, I guess
If it's not cool, we'd never said it.
correct. Anyway, we did. I can't lie about that. But anyways, thank you, Dan. And Dan is on board for a future project. Not a future project.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
Endeavor.
It is an endeavor. I have alluded to what it is, but not the actual context of what it means. I'm not going to let that out of the bag yet. If you have some ideas, tell me down there what you think it might be. The other thing, and this went way longer than I thought, so I hope people are still...
It's not way longer than I thought.
Are you guys still there? I don't know. Pajamas. We're working on some stuff. We've got, talked to Garrett. There's some things we got to figure out. Bailey's got to be on board. Bailey, say yes. And we got to figure out some stuff. If they decide they don't want to do something, we will do something on our own. But the designs may be more just, cool stuff we like. As
My designs will be awesome.
They'll be good, but we can't lean as much on it. Like, we can't use the Weenie Mobile and stuff. That's Tom's thing, so we got to get permission on that. Anything else? What else we got?
I don't know.
Anyways, we'll do another video here pretty soon because I've got to make a few changes to the car. There are a few problems that we realized on day 5. So look out for future updates. But guys, keep all that in mind. Thanks for watching. And I guess now we'll start this. It will be next as always. Stay on the bright side.